Hey folks, it's Maxie here and we are back for some more TW action with Impact Wrestling. Join us for the third of 4 tapings on the road to Slammiversary. Not really too much to introduce this one with, apart from, let's do it. Let's continue on the road to our big July pay-per-view. Just 13 segments today, so this may be a quick one, but we have Kurt Angle out, getting us our usual cheap rating. Sorry to keep abusing this, but it works. Basically here he states tonight we will see some of the teams that will be in the newly announced matchup for Slammiversary. We are going to have a 20-man battle royal. Effectively it's going to be 10 teams of 2. Now you have an idea of 2 of the wrestlers. One tag team I'm going to try and bring in as a special guest if I can get a hold of them. But he says some of the combatants in that matchup will team up in an 8-man tag tonight. So we will also see Fenix in action. He will take on EC3. I believe that's one matchup. And the winner is the final man in the King of the Mountain matchup. So, what have we got in store for you? We open up with a bout that didn't have much heat. Terrible wrestling. Jordan Grace with a victory over Red Velvet. And 7:20 with a fall from Grace. At 35, I felt like this was a good opportunity to put some more momentum onto Jordan Grace. And also made this our storytelling match of the evening. With being on Access TV, also allowed Red Velvet to escalate her overness up to 10 in the US. So it's not massive, but it's still something. It's a base for her. But most importantly, be focused on the Impact talent, which is Jordan Grace. We then have that aforementioned matchup involving some of the teams involved in it. And it was a decent matchup that saw the Good Brothers and the Inflictors of Pain defeat Violent by Design's Ken Shamrock and Joe Doring, and Renault Scum in 12:21 when Carol Anderson pinned Adam Fornstow with the Anderson Spinebuster. Could the Inflictors of Pain and the Good Brothers be 2 of the favourites in that tag match? We'll just have to wait and see. But a 51 rating overall there. A lot of good performances, I would say. The weak link being Lister the Legend and Adam Forstow. Moving along, we had a decent match in our tag division that saw Heath and Rhino pick up the win over the Desi Hit Squad in 9:50, with Rhino pinning Rohit Raju with a goer. Raj Singh was a weak link here, just with a 28 performance, but some more momentum gathered for Heath and Rhino. This led to them calling out the tag team champions FTR, and they said, we've had a couple of wins, we're former tag team champions in this world, and we want to add the Impact tag team title belts to our resume. FTR go, do you know what? Why not? We think we can beat you 2 scrubs. Not a problem. Rhino would maybe get a little fear about, but you Heath, you're just a joke, a laughing stock, always have been, always will be, and we'll easily defeat yous. I don't mean that personally, Heath, it's just the storyline. But a 50 rated promo, and there's your tag team match set up for Slammiversary. The FTR defending the tag team title belts against Rhino and Heath. We then had the teacher and his student, although he's also his partner. It's because it's a weird one, like Chris here is obviously just so knowledgeable, so obviously he could be a teacher to anybody. But I basically just happened to say to Rachel Ellering, just watch my teachings, watch my matchup, and I'll just show you what you can learn and how good I am. Simple, effective, 39 promo. He's in action against Hernandez, and a victory in 5:55 with the Emerald Elbow. Brings us a 48. Hernandez is pretty much 50, so we are going to phase him out a little bit, but Hero, giving him a push, giving him some victories, and he does well in this matchup. We then move on to the Knockouts division. We had a decent match that I actually think went quite well. Rosemary picking up a win over Kimberly in 10:34 with the Olympic Slam. 48. A 51 here for Rosemary, a 40 for Kimberly, which, considering her level of overness, I would say is a success. But we continue that feud between the Knockouts tag champs, Kimberly and Diona, and Rosemary and Su Yung. You ask yourself, where were Diona and Su Yung? We done an angle where basically Su Yung chases Diona from ringside all the way back, and Diona has to hide in a storeroom to make sure where Su Yung can't get her. She looks about, Su Yung disappears trying to find her, and Diona Purrazzo escapes unharmed. So a 50 rating, nice wee comedy skit that adds on to the feud we have going with both tag teams. Then had a matchup that saw Rich Swann tangle with Pentagon Jr. It was a good matchup that saw Penta pick up the win in 14-20 with a top rope styles clash. These guys brought it in a 57 rated matchup, 55 played to 57. This was also a steal the show matchup, and yeah, decided to go the former champ, takes a defeat to Penta, which leads to Lio Rush bumping into Pentagon backstage, and they have a little bit of a coming together, who the better man is, start brawling, and road agents and staff have to pull them apart. I think you know where we're going. Penta wants another opportunity to become X Division champion. Will we go Lio Rush versus Pentagon Jr. at Slammiversary? EC3 cuts a promo before his main event matchup with Fenix. He says he understands that Fenix is one of the best in the world, but EC3 is the best in the world, and this is his matchup to show that he'll go into the King of the Mountain matchup as the main man. 46. And EC3 gets carried by Fenix. Good man. Also, Fenix is like great overness in this, so I felt it was a good opportunity to put EC3 over. But a good matchup, great wrestling, good heat. EC3 gets the win over Fenix in 13-38 by using underhanded tactics. 62. That means we have our field set for that matchup. Matt Cardona, Sami Callihan, Eric Young, Moose at EC3, King of the Mountain, and that will take place at Slammiversary. I feel a bit bad jobbing the likes of Fenix, but I do need to look after the Impact talents, so they take the victories, and that is why we could easily lose Phoenix any day to an AEW written contract. So EC3 gets the win. Show itself increased their popularity in 34 regions, and that will mean a small deduction because of the production values. Short show, good show, and as I say, we're so close to sealing off the full card for the event. We'll confirm that after next episode. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully we've made some good substantial gains in size. We'll check that after the 4th taping. And until then, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.